Hello, my dear Arthur and all my peeps. How are you doing today on this hot, muggy, sticky day? I've been out in the garden, of course. Today I have Piglet's nightlights for you guys. It was twilight in the 100 Acre Wood when Winnie the Pooh knocked on Piglet's door. Piglet opened the door and looked around anxiously. Are you really quite sure about this, Pooh? He asked. It's getting awfully dark out there, and it's so late and cozy in here. Maybe we could just camp out in my living room. That would be camping in, not a camp out, Pooh said. He reminded Piglet that their friends would be going too. Pooh helped Piglet get ready. He stuffed corn muffins into Piglet's backpack, while Piglet packed his favorite blanket and his teddy bear. I have the feeling I'm forgetting something, Piglet said. Well, let's see, Pooh said. We have honey. He patted the sticky honey pot in his backpack. And we have plenty of muffins. What else could we possibly need for our camp out? As Pooh and Piglet walked toward the campsite, it got darker and darker. Piglet got more and more frightened. What's that? He said, pointing to a scary-looking shape in the trees. I'm not certain, Piglet, Pooh said nervously. Maybe if we close our eyes, it will go away. He and Piglet shut their eyes and stood very still. Hello down there, called a voice from above. Pooh and Piglet both jumped, startled. All they could see were two eyes. Why, it's only me, Owl, the voice said. I thought you might need some help finding the others. Oh, thank you, Owl, Piglet said. When the friends reached the campsite, it was completely dark. Pooh bumped into Rabbit, who was struggling to put up the tent. Well, don't just stand there, Rabbit said. I need all the help I can get. Did I hear someone say help? Hoo-hoo-hoo, Tigger called, bouncing into the clearing. Have no fear, Tigger's here, with illumination, he said proudly, holding up the lantern. That's illumination and imagination joined together. It's a word. Oh, and you brought a light too, cried Piglet, peeking out from under the hood of his jacket. Thank goodness, it's awfully dark out here. While the friends got to work on setting up the tent, Piglet began to unpack. Oh no, he wailed. I forgot my nightlight. I can't sleep without one. He wrung his hands. What am I going to do? Don't worry, buddy boy, Tigger said. You can use my lantern as a nightlight. Just then, the lantern flickered out. On second thought, Tigger said, digging through Rabbit's bag. Long ears must have some in here you can use. Tigger pulled out a kite, a flower pot, and kitchen pans. Finally, he spotted a flashlight. Tigger tried to turn it on, but nothing happened. At that moment, there was a crash in the nearby bushes. Look who we found, Pooh exclaimed. He pointed to Eeyore, who was standing next to Rabbit and Owl. Eeyore looked around. Can't have a camp out without a campfire, he said. Everyone agreed. They gathered some sticks, and soon a fire was burning. Campfires certainly are pleasant, Piglet said. They do a fanalicious job of cooking marshmallows, too, Tigger said, wrestling with a particularly gooey marshmallow. Fire is fine, Rabbit said, but I think sunlight is the best light of all. It makes my vegetables grow. I like the way the sun warms my tummy when I lie in the grass, Pooh said. And the colors at sunset are splendid, Piglet added. Look at that shadow on the tent, Tigger interrupted. That looks like your tail to me, Rabbit said with a smile. Well, what do you know, Tigger replied. Guess what this is, Rabbit said, fluttering his hands like a butterfly. Tigger and Owl looked at the tent. A shape was moving on it. Why, it's a shadow puppet, Owl declared. The friends played with shadow puppets until bedtime. Then almost everybody went to bed. Almost. Piglet wouldn't leave the light of the fire, though. Pooh decided to keep him company. After a short while, the fire began to fade. Maybe we should go to sleep now, Piglet, Pooh said, yawning. I can't sleep without a nightlight, Pooh, Piglet replied. Pooh tapped his forehead to wake any ideas that might be there. Think, 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 he said. Looking up at the night sky, Pooh thought of something. The stars are nightlights, Piglet, he said, pointing to the sparkling stars. Just then, a firefly landed right between Pooh's eyes. Crossing his eyes to see it, Pooh tumbled off the log he was sitting on. And so are the fireflies, he added. Piglet looked around. There are nightlights everywhere, he cried. He pointed to the moon. Look how bright the moon is tonight, he said. Even brighter than my own nightlight. I feel much better. Do you think you might be able to sleep now, Piglet? Pooh said, and asked his friend with a huge yawn. Piglet? But Piglet didn't answer. He was already fast asleep on the log. And that is the end of our story for today. Hope you liked it. See you tomorrow. Bye.